MySQLi database using PHP, right? So this is our demo project I have developed in PHP and MySQLi database. So I click on browse image, then I am able to store the image on my database. For example, I search first, I insert the maximum 1 MB image. This image size is more than 1.7 MB. So I open this image and click to update. I can't store because this image size is too large. I go back and I click browse image. I store, for example, another extension image or file. I click update. I can't store image on my database, and finally I select the small size image. I can do that. I just need to find the image, guys. For example, this image, upload. Now guys, I have already stored the image like JavaScript validation form. In this time I have stored this image, and I go to localhost php myadmin, and I find my database php tutorials, and this is my table. In this table have another image like how to use font or some icons in Bootstrap, and I go to my basically image folder. In this folder have another image like how to use font or some icon. So guys, I will teach you how you can create a simple project like upload image in the database and use validation like check the file extension, size of the image, and use button click etc, right? So guys, I go to my htdoc folder and create a folder. I write the folder name image tutorial, right? Image tutorials. Inside this image I guys stored the 2 folders and 1 file. I will remove the whole code. I just tell you how you can do that, and I remove the files, I mean images, and under the CSS file have a 1 Bootstrap file, right? And I open my code editor and I go to my folder, remove it. Okay, this is my folder. I drag and drop the folder on the code editor. The code editor name is Visual Studio Code. I open index.html, I mean PHP. I remove the whole code. I will teach you from scratch, right? Okay, under the image folder you can't see any image, and under the CSS folder have a 1 CSS file, right? So guys, and another thing is I remove the database, I mean files using query truncate table image, because I use the same database and table. Go, and under the image have 2 columns. The first column is ID and type of the column integer, and second is image and type of the varchar, right? Varchar, and I used 400 value or size of the characters which store on the image. Okay, so guys, let's start to understand how we can upload the image in the database. So first of all, I open this folder, this file on php image tutorial. This is our blank empty project. right? So first of all I write the div, and I assign the class container div class row call row, and under this div I make another div and class cart, and under the cart I use basically h3 float image on database, and I need to use auto to display the card on the center. And after this div I make another div. Under this div I make another div. Basically I make a div class card body. Under the card body div I make a label and assign the class btn primary and btn file. Okay, under this label tag I use input field and type file and use name image. Okay, and I use upload image. Save it, open the browser after the page. Okay, upload image. Okay, just a minute, I check the style display none. Save that. Right, this is our button. I click it and I redirect on my computer. I am able to select the image, but this project doesn't work on this time. Okay, first I set up the design. I use margin call LG6. Let's check it. Okay, that's great. And I use margin top 5, and where is the heading tag? I use margin top and bottom, top bottom, my top bottom. Those are CSS, I mean classes which use to design the websites and forms and any other web application. Why I use padding top and bottom. Okay, I just need to use padding left, four, and py3. Okay, now one more thing we need to do is button. I use button upload image now, upload now, that's okay. But I use basically guys PR tag, and I assign the classes btn success, and let's check it. Okay, and I use name btn upload, just write upload button, right? But we need to use form, so I cut the code and create a form. I use action process.php, and I use method post. Under the form I paste the code. Okay, and this is very simple, right? But we need to use another attribute, and the attribute name is inc type. I use inc type multipart / form data, because I will store the image and also name. Okay, so we need to use multipart / form data. Now we need to create a connection, and I create a file and enter the file name connection.php. I use con equal to MySQLi underscore connect. First parameter is localhost, second is root, third is blank, and fourth is your database name. My database name is PHP tutorials. Let's check it, guys. PHP tutorials, right? This is a PHP tutorials database. Now the next is I call if not equal con, then display the message die connection error, and I call concatenation sign MySQLi error method error terminator sign. Okay, if our connection is not stable, then display the message connection error, right? Now we need to make another file, process.php. so I create a file process.php. Inside the file I need to use basic syntax of PHP, and we need to use if statement and call set $_post. If anyone user click on the button, then I call, where is the button name? Here, this is the button name. You need to call the button name, paste it, and use the condition. If anyone user click on the button, then run the if body, otherwise display or run the statement, else statement. I use please upload image now, right? Save it. Okay, for example, I directly open process.php. please upload image now, right? But I want to redirect on the same page. I call header location index.php, right? Save it and open the browser, and I do not click on the button. I directly open the process.php file. I can't do that, right? This is the best way to redirect with the same page without clicking on the button. Anyone user directly open your another page, then who will redirect on the first page or another page. Okay, so first of all we have used condition, if condition and else condition. In the if condition you need to get the value from your file. Okay, so first of all I write the file. I use $_image. this is my variable name, and I use $files, okay, brackets. Inside this single quotation you need to pass the name of the file. Okay, input type file and name is image. You need to pass the image, and I call echo. I need to use print or, I will tell you guys, print or $image. I want to display the image behavior. Okay, save it and open the browser, refresh the page, and I upload the image. For example, I select this image, upload it. Now this is our image behavior. You need to pass the whole parameters, right? What is the parameters? The first parameter is, guys, your name, your image name. Your image name is this, okay, and type. What is type of the image? Your image type is your folder name, your type of the image. Okay, Now third is temp name. The temp name is your image temporary name, something like that, right? And finally is image size 9470. okay, so first of all you need to use another bracket. Inside the single quotation you need to pass the first parameter like name, copy that and paste it. Now then you need to make another variable, enter the any name and use same process $_file and image. This is the input field name, this name, okay. And now the next is use bracket and double quotation. In the double quotation you need to pass the second parameter like type. Just a minute, where is the type? Okay, type, I just changed the image variable name type. Okay, third is temp $_files image and temp tmp name. Okay, now I will show you guys temp name. I use same parameters, right? This is a temp name and this is a type, this is a name, and we need to use another parameter like size if you will use conditions. Okay, what is problem now on here? Temp $_files image temp _name. Okay, size $_files image size. Okay, we have successfully got the each behavior which used to store the image in the database, like image name, image type, image temporary name and image size, right? So we need to use conditions. The first condition is you need to use create a variable. For example, I write the variable name image. I use image extension, okay, and I call explode function. Inside the function we need to use a single quotation and write the dot sign, and you need to use comma and pass this variable. In this variable have image, just know the image. This is the example, right guys? This variable will get the image and also name. Okay, I use image extension variable and I use basically method. In the method I use dot sign and the image variable. If our image or another file dot another extension, I will show you guys, just a minute. I call allow extension and I call str lower, str2 lower, and call end. This is the functions, guys. Inside the end function I use basically this image variable. So that, right? Now the next thing is you need to use type of the image, which image you want to store on the database. So I use allow variable and I call array. Inside the array I call jpeg, comma jpeg, comma png. Those image will store on the database. Okay, now the final is target. I use target. This is a variable. In the target you need to use the folder name, this folder name image. So you need to pass use double quotation. In the double quotation you need to use img, this is your folder name, and backslash sign. After the backslash sign you need to write the concatenation sign or dot sign, and you need to use $_image. Okay, it means this image will store on the folder like img, right? This is a very basic way to get the each data from image and use the conditions like check the extension and image location, which image type are allow or not. Okay, now the next is I use if statement and I call n underscore array, and I use the pass the two parameter. The first parameter is allow extension and second is allow extension variable will get the image dot image, and allow variable will get the type of the image. Okay, use curly brackets, and I use else statement, and I call the echo statement your ext image file or image extension doesn't you can't store the image. Okay, please upload another type of image. Okay, in the if body I will use another if statement. In the if statement I will check the size. I call the $_ size variable less than 10 lakh. 10 lakh means 1 MB. I will show you guys. I go to google.com. I use 10 lakh means 10 lakh bytes. I call byte convert to MB. Okay, this is a byte number and this is a megabyte means MB. I call 10 lakh 10. This is a 10 lakh. I think 10 lakh or another numbers. I think okay, I should use the numbers. Okay, if our image size is less than to those numbers, okay, then come into the if body. Otherwise I call else statement and I display the message. Copy that. Where is I copy that and paste here, and I use you can't store the. I just write the image size is too large. Okay, size is too large. Okay, inside the if body I need to use the simple query to store the image on the database. First of all I use $_query. I use query insert into image. This is table name and this is your database column name. The column name also image, and I use values parenthesis single quotation. In the single quotation you need to pass the variable image. Okay, and finally you need to write the terminator sign. Then you need to call result and MySQLi query and call the connection variable and the query. Okay, now we need to include the file connection file. Require once connection.php because I will use queries to store the data in the database. So guys, I use insert into image values the variable name and I call result MySQLi query con query. Okay, then we need to use if I just write the I think I need to use if statement. Okay, I do not use guys if body if statement again, but I just write the MySQLi query and I pass the con and query, and I need to use guys MySQL move upload file and I call the $_temp and target. It means if I close that, we will use the project and we will be able to store the image in the database, but we need to move the image in our folder, so we need to use move upload files. Okay, under the parenthesis you need to pass two parameters. The first is your image name and second is the target of the image. I have already declared the target variable on above and assigned the image folder name and also image. So I just tell you how you can do that. I comment it and I open my project and go to back, upload. First of all, I use large image size is too large. I upload the basically another extension image file. Sorry, you can't store the image, please type upload another image. Okay, finally I upload the image, for example less than 1 MB. Okay, now you can see a process.php. okay, I go to my database. Now guys, you can see the image has been stored in the database. I go to my image folder. You can't see the image. Why? Because I need to use the move upload folder. Let's check again guys. I need to use another your image successfully uploaded on the database. Okay, save that and open the browser, go back, upload image, and where is the image? I find the image guys. I just use upload. Your image has been uploaded on the database. Let's check it. Okay, how to use font and where's some second image. I go to my folder and then you are able to see guys the image has been stored on the folder and also database. So this video all about how you can use the image process. And now another thing guys, another thing is very important. I want to display this image on my browser, so we need to use I just write the another file and I use display.php, right, and I copy the whole code and paste here. I just need to remove the basically, okay, I just copy the index.php files because I use same designing. Okay, and I close the form tag and inside the code body your database images are okay. Now under the body I use guys if, and I call the first of all I use go to process.php and I call the function header. I don't use this, I just call the header location display.php and I make a global variable success get variable, right, success. I call success if set $_get. If anyone display the success message, the image process has been successfully uploaded, then redirect on this page. On this page, first of all I use else statement. I call the header function. Anyone user directly open this page, then who will redirect on the index.php, right? This is very simple. Okay, now in the if statement I want to display the image, right? So first of all you need to write the query. The query is select static from img, I mean image. We need to include the connection, so I use once underscore require underscore once connection.php. This is for connection file name, right guys? Here you can see it. Now the first step is write the query select static from image. Now the next is call result, this is a variable, and call MySQLi query, and call the connection variable and query second parameter, right? Now then you need to use the while $_ row. I just write the, but I need to use the variable name. I just write the row equal to MySQLi underscore fetch underscore associate Under this parenthesis I pass the result variable and use curly brackets. Okay, so we need to use this variable to get the image, so I use $_ image. This is a variable name, and I call $_ row bracket, and I call this variable. I need to use basically database name, I mean image column name, img image. Okay, the whole image will store on this variable. Okay, each time each image will store on this variable, so we need to use this image to display on the database, I mean display on the browser. So after this I close the PHP. I close the PHP tag on here, and I starting the PHP code here. I need to use the, for example, I want to display the image, so I call img src source. You need to use the folder name. The folder name is img, and use \sign, and I call PHP and this variable. Okay, echo this variable. Okay, I need to use terminator sign, and I will use guys bootstrap classes like class margin. I just write the image rounded circle. Okay, and I assign the size width 200, height 300. You can write any size, I mean any size of the image, or what, any size of the image. Okay, after this store the image and display the image on the database. So guys, this is our project. I upload it. I select another file or another image like this upload. Okay, this is our success message, and this is our image. This image stored on the database. Okay, let's check it, but I can't see the last one image, and I think first image. Okay, I can't see. Okay, the first image doesn't appear on the I mean folder. Okay, let's try again. Another image. I want to upload another image. I think I use this image. Okay, this image. Okay, don't focus on those images, because the first image we have just used without move file upload. function, and this image is I think this image is I think the extension problems, so don't focus on this image. Okay, I use truncate table and image, and I click go. Okay, and I go to my image folder and I remove the whole images. Okay, upload image, and I upload this image. Okay, and this image also stored on the image folder, and this image available on the database. Okay, and I go to a back and I upload another image like Google text. Okay, now you can see, guys, I upload another image, form validation. Okay, now all images are available in your image folder. So this video all about how you can upload image in the database and how you can display the image